Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Ferguson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. You look at this Colt defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Ferguson. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. That's caught right side by Worthy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ferguson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4.
Let's go. 19, 19, right.
Back to throw. Ferguson. That was going to step up and run. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They motion the running back out left. On 4th down, Ferguson looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. From the gun, here's Williams. Got a man, it's Brown. And they work this out past the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Colts had a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. He completes it to Hunter. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
A 7-yard pickup.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Now they'll audible to something else. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To the air, Williams. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Sorry, it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunter. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Caleb Williams, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll run out of the gun right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 31. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Ferguson. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk about it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Wright's got it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 9. He fakes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ferguson. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing is Williams. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring more attention to him as well.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Packers 32-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give, now Williams. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. He'll take it at the 42. Well, there was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ferguson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw once more, here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw, Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The kidder here is complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Back to throw. Williams. That one caught by all, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Open man, it's Hunter. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And they're on 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Out of the gun, here's a give to right. And fights through one man. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Ferguson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 3. This will be caught once again by Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game and still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play action. Now Williams. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chase Brown, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Ferguson. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Packers.
On the zone read, a give to right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Martin, you gotta like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
This is 1st and 10. up the middle to right.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll come up now on second down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. He'll look to throw. He's got it with the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. He's back to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's second down and 3.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Toward the pylon, caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up first and 10 here. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Green Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.